everybody, it's Elle here. I'm here to tell you what Santa brought me for the 6th day of Christmas. And this time Santa brought me a book boyfriend named Archer Hale. And Archer is from Mia Sheridan's book Archer's Voice. Probably most of you had read this book, but if you haven't had the pleasure of meeting Archer, I'm going to give you the synopsis and then we'll talk a little bit about him. So the synopsis for Archer's Voice is: when Bree Prescott arrives in the sleepy lakeside town of Pelion, Maine, she hopes against hope that this is the place where she'll finally find the peace she so desperately seeks. On her first day there, her life collides with Archer Hale, an isolated man who holds a secret agony of his own, a man no one else sees. Archer's Voice is the story of a woman chained to the memory of one horrifying night and the man whose love is the key to her freedom. It is a story of a silent man who lives with an excruciating wound and the woman who helps him find his voice. It is a story of suffering, fate, and the transformative power of love. Now, overall, I would say Archer's Voice is probably my favorite read of all 2014. I fell in love with the story. It's absolutely reread material, and one of the big reasons is because of Archer himself. So, like the last time, I can't give you some of my favorite quotes because I ruined the story for you if you haven't read it yet, and I don't want to do that, but I'll give you a little taste of Archer in the book here. So one of my favorite parts is when something happens and Bree is feeling, Archer knows they've had a fight, but Archer knows that Bree is going to be feeling upset about something, so she catches him out on her front porch, and he says, "I know I'm probably the last person you want to see right now, but I thought that if I sat on your porch, you wouldn't be scared. You wouldn't be alone." I mean, come on. How romantic is that? And then this really got to me too. He says to her, "I didn't know enough to dream you, Bree, but somehow you came true anyway. How did that happen?" He rubbed his nose along mine, pausing and then pulling back again. "Who read my mind and knew exactly what I wanted, even when I didn't?" And one more taste. "I knew I loved her. Fiercely and with every part of my heart, even the broken parts, even the parts that felt unworthy and without value, and maybe those parts most of all." Oh, so Archer is not your typical book boyfriend. He is not really alpha. He is really a sweet, sensitive soul, but he's definitely worth meeting. So if you haven't met Archer Hale, I urge you to go get this book. I swear you won't be disappointed, and if you do, please let me know what you thought of it. Okay, Merry Christmas, everybody!
Thanks for joining us. You can find out who will be on upcoming shows and what books we'll be discussing, as well as more about our hosts at www.bookboyfriendpodcast.com. See you next time when we add another boyfriend to the ranks.